Hi everybody, this is Rachel Youngson from usePLR.com and WholeFoodPLR.com. We are here today with our weekly PLR Power Hour. Today we are going to be discussing how to create eCovers, and we're going to show you simple, quick ways to do that. Also today we're going to go over our member spotlight, and we are going to answer questions and showcase everybody who's on the call today so that we can all get a feel for who they are, what they do, and all the great things that they can bring to our community. Oh, Greg, I didn't know you were in Canada. That's really cool too. Okay, guys, just give me 1 second to get my life in order here. Okay, guys, so I just wanted to say a quick hello to Carol, hi to Tina, hi Bill, hi Greg, hi Kim, good to see you guys today. For anyone that doesn't know, this topic, creating eCovers, was actually Greg's brilliant idea, which is a really smart idea, Greg, so thank you for that. I know that everybody is going to be very happy with our training today, so good job. So, all right, well, let's get into the training, and then we will go around and we will do our weekly touch base with everybody. So, all right, so when I go to create eCovers, there's a few things that I do. The first thing that I'll do, and I'll walk you guys through from start to finish. Let me grab one more site here. A lot of you know that I'm a huge fan of Canva. It's a great free tool. You do have to create a subscription, but other than that, it's all free. So what I'll do if I have to create an eCover is I will start over here at my favorite royalty-free site, which is Pixabay. So let's say that, let me just go ahead and grab this guy here. So this is a great example of what I look for when I look for images. I'll look for an image that resonates with whatever I'm selling, but also I try to make sure that this image has a lot of blank space in it, in addition to an actual image. And even if the space isn't, the space doesn't necessarily have to be black, it can be another color. You just want to make sure that you are able to make the wording of your eCover stand out. So like in Canva, you can have filters, but they don't always drown out background noise, so to speak, if you don't have a lot of writing room. So something like this is perfect. Somebody give me a topic. Anybody, I'll take anything. Anything quick, babies, dogs. Actually, if someone wants to, throw me a topic in your niche and a title for a product that you'd like, and we can create an eCover for you today, right now. Get attention when speaking. Great one, Tina. And Greg, your reasons to try acupuncture, that's great too. All right, Tina, so first come, first serve. So if I was going to look for ways to get attention when speaking, that would be something along the lines of what I would be looking for when I find my image. So some of, like, I would even consider this little image right here of this beautiful little baby. But from Pixabay, we can do just a search for intention. Or actually, let's just do a search for speaking. I should tell you that there are, sometimes there are risque pictures that come up. So I have a filter set. So if you have like any little ones crawling around your office or anything like that, you may want to go to your settings after you create an account and set your filters. Otherwise, you'll get some stuff that might cause some questions. So let's see here. I like this one a lot. My only problem is I don't feel like I can put all of the titles, the title of the product in here easily. So as much as I like that, we're gonna steer away from that one. Of course, I love the frogs, but anything that's anything that is easily noticed as a brand, I try to stay away from. So like, for instance, this is obviously Kermit. So I would stay away from this image. This is just my personal thing. This isn't, other people may have other theories on this, and that's, go with what your gut says. But for me, all of these images should be royalty free. And even if someone tells me that this Kermit the Frog image is royalty free, I don't want to get into any trouble because obviously Kermit is much bigger than this one website. So let's see. I would choose, I think this is a good one. So Tina, please feel free to let me know, what do you think about this one? And be honest, because we can totally keep going. We have no, yeah? Okay, so once I find what I like, I'll do a control click, because sometimes I'll find like a few images, and just so you get an idea, Tina, here are some other images. And if anything else catches your eye before we actually start the creation, please let me know, and I don't mind switching it up. So, okay, so once you find an image that you like, the first thing you want to do is look over here at the Pixabay license. Now, this does say no attribution required, but it also says editorial use only. That is a license that I'm not terribly familiar with, because most of them are completely royalty free with no restrictions. Okay. Unfortunately, Tina, I think we're going to have to, we'll save it. We'll look for something else, though. Let's see. I kind of like this one, but I wish it was a full microphone. Tina, do you have any thoughts on this one? And what I would like to do is I'll probably put a filter on it so that some of this background stuff is hidden. And it's easier for your text to actually pop. Well, you know what? We can go ahead and we can use that one, and I'll send you the link to the rights. and you can look over it and see what you, okay, no worries, Tina. I tell you what, we'll go ahead and use what we have, and I will send you the link to the rights when I send you the final image, and that way you can go through it and just make sure that whatever you're going to use it for is not, doesn't conflict. Okay, so once I find what I want, typically, let me just show you guys real quick. Typically, when you look at a license, you'll see this: free for commercial use, no attribution required. And that basically tells you you don't have any restrictions on this. So when you find something that has this on here, you know, okay, I can take this, I can use it as my own. I don't have to give them any kind of credit. I can use this however I need to use it and be done with it. And if you ever have any questions, you can always click on this and it will take you to more information about the license. So we're going to go ahead and use Tina's. And so all you have to do, I always give a thumb. And then you just right click, save image as. Okay, so now we have our image. The second part of what we do once we have our image is we take it over to canva.com. For those of you, a lot of you know that I use Canva all the time. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, this is my favorite place to create social media images. And essentially, once you get your image using Canva, then you're going to throw it into an eCover creator, and we will do that in just a second. Okay, so click on all your designs. I generally just take like the last one that I did. In this case, since this is a little bit different, I'm going to just take this one. And by different, I mean the writing and the angle is different than what we usually do. So then we'll edit this. Now it looks like they now have the option to use it as a template, which I think is really cool. Tina says she likes Canva. I do too. I think it's, you know, like, I love it when they give you have tools that are so nice that you don't have to pay for it. It's great. All right, so then you just upload, and then I'll go over to my desktop, which is where I stored it. All right, now all you have to do is click it over there, and it brings it over here. So when you create an eCover, one of the things that'll happen is there will be a binding on that eCover. So you're going to want to think about that when you edit this, because you can pull this up and change the shape, or not the shape, but what you actually see on screen. And one thing that you want to do is make sure that, for instance, this woman is far enough over and your writing is far enough over that you are likely to avoid this binding. Now, if you don't, it's no big deal. All you have to do is come back here, edit the same picture again and then put it back in the software. It doesn't take very long. Okay. We're not going to leave it like this, Tina, don't worry. All right, so now we have our wording and we have our image. I would love it if I could get one of the other folks in this image without taking the let's see. Hey, Tina, do you have a preference on if we have all of them in or not? Because I'm thinking that we could have her here, have the wording here, but if you would like more, if you'd like something like this, we can definitely look for another image that maybe is a little more that will work when we put it into an eCover. Because even though I can fit everybody here, my problem is going to be once we get it into the other place, into the eCover software, the binding is going to snipper. If that's not a problem for you, we can totally keep running with it and we can just see what it does. Actually, maybe this will work. Does that look okay for you, Tina? As far as the positioning? And so once, guys, I have the title here. Okay, great. And if it's not, if it's off, we'll keep working at it, but hopefully we can do it. So once I have the positioning, the first thing that I do is I think about how I'm going to change this wording up here. Not necessarily the words, but I'm looking at font, I'm looking at color. So one thing that I like to do is I like to make the color, this is my personal preference, match something else that's in this image, because I find that it tends to kind of draw the eye. So for me, I would go into GIMP, and I'll do that right now. Just so you know, I don't use GIMP for anything other than this. And what I'll do is I can grab the actual HTML code of any color on GIMP, and then it's as simple as pasting that code into Canva to change the color so that I know that it matches exactly with something. I'm thinking that if we put like a filter on here and used white, that would help it to pop. Yeah, Tina says that's good to know about GIMP. Yeah, it is really good. I didn't use it for the longest time because I'm not really tech savvy, so to speak. So I just didn't have any interest in it. But once I figured out that you could do this, it's a really neat trick and it just takes a couple seconds. If you don't currently have GIMP, I would recommend that you be really careful when you download because it is a free thing online. But the last time that I downloaded it, somehow I downloaded a dummy copy and it screwed me up, screwed up my computer. So you're looking for GIMP 2.10. I don't think there's anything higher than this right now, but just kind of be sure that you trust the site that you're getting it from. Greg asks if I'm using Chrome as my browser. Yes, Greg, I do. I use Chrome. Oh, and see, this is why I love our community. Kim, and I'm sure this is probably where Greg was going too. Yep, Kim and Greg just said Colorzilla is apparently an extension on Chrome that you can get, and that will also help you find the color code of images. So I am probably going to add that myself when we're done here, because that's a really great idea, guys. Greg says it has an eyedropper to grab the color code, which is, it's funny too, because that's pretty much what GIMP does too, but it's not as, yeah, exactly, Greg. Greg says GIMP is great, but it's a larger program, and yeah, you're exactly right. So Colorzilla, that's pretty, great job, guys. So all right, so I am going to grab the actual link for anyone who needs to download this later. Wow, that works pretty fast. And look, my GIMP is still trying to figure out what it wants to do with its life. So way to go, guys. Thank you very much. Greg says all you have to do is look for a menu dropper in your bar. So that would be right up here. Okay, so I'm assuming we'll click the menu dropper. And and then it copies it to the clipboard, which is pretty cool. So then once you have your color code, what you'll do is you'll click on the color up here. You'll click the plus button, and then you just paste your color code down here in the bottom. We're still going to work on the fonts a little bit, Tina, so because I kind of feel like this is really squeezed in here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a filter on this. You don't have to. Hey, Greg, yeah, of course. Jump on in. Greg's going to talk to us for just a sec. Do you need me to unmute you or
I don't know. Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, I gotcha. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good.
I was just going to try and explain how you can snag colors on the eyedropper and things like that, but you've already got that, so you worked it out. And
I love this extension. Thank you for sharing this with me. This is a really cool extension.
It's just easier than trying to get GIMP started, because it's so large a program. It takes forever to start.
Yeah, that's the only downside. I didn't know that there was any other way to do that. So I'm really impressed. I'm really excited.
I think you'll like the little extension because you'll be able to save your pictures that you're working on, or little color tiles that you're working on as well, so that they'll always be there in your palette.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So like when we're using our Canva, we can automatically find colors that we liked from the past using this
Yeah, all
extension.
you'll do is you'll just roll up to that eyedropper, and in the menu it'll have, like, if you keep your cursor on that eyedropper, it will bring a drop down menu. Maybe you need to click on it.
Okay.
There you go. So you'll be able to see, like, there's a picked color history, and it'll be able to keep all kinds of different items for you. So when you want to pick your color, like if you're wanting to pick a different color, even now, if you wanted to pick something green, for example, if you pick the color picker at the top and then move, yeah, go down one.
Wrong one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so if wherever you roll your cursor at, it, like if you bring it down into the picture, click one of the green colors, it's going to keep adjusting it to whatever color you want, and it'll change the little color tile up by the eyedropper, and then it'll start keeping track of picked colors in this picked color history menu.
That's neat.
And then, and it's giving you all the different types of things, whether you want the actual code, the Pantone code, or the RGB code, or, because it depends what you're working in.
Yeah, it does. And that's great. So guys, when Greg's talking about the code, what he's saying is essentially like if you're in Word and you're trying to custom color, you can grab, I think it's the RGB code that Word takes, but I'm not 100% sure. But because there's different kinds of codes, you can use them with different kinds of programs really quickly.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead.
Mute myself. Bye.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, guys. So I really love it when we do these impromptu things too, because I think as a community we have so much to share with each other. All right, Miss Tina. So I'm going to scroll through these filters. Since I know you've worked in Canva before, please let me know if there's something that you like, or let me know if you just want to leave it as no filter at all, which is fine too. And I have to say, if you guys can hear me chewing gum, I'm really sorry about that. You like festive? Okay. I've had this headache for like 4 days now. It just keeps switching sides, driving me bananas. So for some reason, it just helps when I can chew on something. Okay, so now as far as the actual wording goes, one of the things that I would probably do is space it out just a little bit. I might drag it down. Well, no. Instead of that, I might do this. And then we'll make this bigger. Tina, do you have any input you would like to give me? I would be more than happy to run with it since you know, the hope is that you'll be able to actually use this as opposed to, okay, no problem. We'll pull that down. Okay. So Tina says that looks good. Another thing that you guys can do is maybe shrink it a little bit or drag it across so that it's like, because you have these arrows, you can move it so it's longer instead of fatter. What else? Or of course, you can always select a different filter too, if you wanted to. So now that we have this, we're going to download it. Canva will give you this little thing that says, hey, we're doing this for you. Ignore all of this. I'll then open it. Oh, a different font? Sure, Tina, we can totally do that. Do you have any like go-to fonts that you like? Okay, no problem. So let's see. If you see something that seems to stand out to you, Tina, please let me know. Well, it does look pretty nice. Would it be okay with you if I shrink this just a little bit so that the white hides up on the green? You see what I mean? Like, so the white doesn't meld in with the green so much? Okay, great. And the other great thing about Canva is even though you have that drop down, you can still enter your own. So we'll maybe go to 68. All right, Tina, what do you think about this? Sure. So Tina's asking for us to move this down just a little bit, which is super easy with Canva. Okay, great. So now once you have it, what you want, you'll hit the download. And again, I usually don't share what I'm doing. So when you see the share things, I just ignore that. When the new image comes up, then I'll just save as, and then we will get to our software program. Greg says he's excited about learning about the software program. It's a really great program, Greg, and this program that I use does cost money, guys, but it's so affordable. It's bananas, and you only have to pay once. It's not like it's a monthly thing. But yeah, I'll show you guys everything. So we'll just do okay. So now I've got everything. Now it's time to try to make it into an ebook cover. So what I want to do is if you haven't purchased this yet, I'll grab you the link real quick. I use eCover Authority. I'm throwing the link in the chat box now. Okay, so this is the kind of stuff that you can make with eCover Authority. CD images, software, ring binders, reports, essentially everything that you need is here. And I think, there we go. You have $37 or $47. I would, obviously the $47 is much better. I can tell you that I've used this for, gosh, I want to say 3 years now. And I absolutely love it. So it's really whatever works for you. If you would rather not get it right now, we can maybe work up some kind of like, maybe I can do it for you, create something in here for you for a small fee. We'll figure something out. But honestly, this is a really good investment if you are going to be creating eCovers as part of your product launches. So once you have software, you will go into JVZoo, and from your JVZoo, you'll have a feature up here that says something like looking for your purchases. You'll click that, and then I just scroll down until I found my purchase. So down here, I'll look for eCover Authority, View Details. And from here, I'll go to Access Your Purchase. Okay, now this little tool I have here is called LastPass. It is also a Chrome extension, and it is also free. It remembers all your usernames and passwords for you. So I have all this in here automatically, and I'll just log in. And the only thing that I pay attention to here is access the software. All right, guys, so now it gets fun. These are all the different images that you can create with this software, like lots and lots of images, and it makes it really, really pretty. Essentially, these black and gold areas will turn into whatever image you want. And it looks like they've even added some images. I believe these are new. So for the purpose of the eCover, Tina, I hope it's okay. I'm going to make a couple different ones. If you see something that you want me to make that I'm not making, then let me know. But right now, I'm thinking I'll make this hard cover and also a spiral cover, just because a spiral cover will definitely allow everything that that you have in the image to be in the image. It doesn't cut anything out with that cover. So once you find what you like, you'll hover over it and you'll have these options. You want to create this cover. They have things here, but I always upload my own. And then once you have it, you click it. And you can crop it a bit here. I typically will just make it as big as I can. You do have a visual over on the bottom right hand side. So let's see. Unfortunately, there's no way. The only way I can get her not to be cropped is to crop him. So we're just going to keep this the way it is, and we will select and continue. And then we will, I don't even, looks like there's dead space there. Let me go back. Okay, Tina says having it cropped a little bit is fine. Okay, no problem. So here we go. Here's where I messed up. Okay. So now that everything is selected, we will select and continue. Finalize. And there it is. There's your final image. Now, one thing to make note of before you download this is you can either download it with a white colored background or any color background that you want. I always go over here. The checkers let you know that you're downloading it as transparent, and that means that you can throw it on any color website that you have, and there's not going to be like this big chunk of square. No worries, Tina. Tina says she has to step out for a minute. No worries, Tina. We usually wrap at 2. Send me an email at rachel@useplr.com, and I will get this to you along with the privacy links for the image. Greg says this is really cool. Yeah, it is. It's such, I guess it would really depend on how much you would do something like this, but for me as like a PLR seller, I create products all the time. So this is a really handy tool. I have lifetime access, so I never have to pay for it again. And then we'll just save as, and we'll just do Fortina 1. It's that simple. Looks like we have about 15 minutes left, or 12 minutes left. I really want to hear what you guys are up to this week. So I will go ahead and create this second one super fast, just to kind of show you a second version. This is a spiral cover, and as you can see, you have a few versions of spiral. So you'll just do the same thing, upload, grab your image, click it. If you don't want to crop anything out, grab everything. And as you can see, there's this dead space here. That's kind of your, when you use the spiral, that's kind of what I meant when I said that these spiral covers, they won't chop anything off. we go. So we're going to make that transparent. We're going to download it. Do a quick save as. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to start throwing those into the chat box so we can get those addressed. Oh, hey, you weren't gone very long at all. All right, Tina's back already. All right, Tina, so we did a spiral cover as well, just to show everybody the difference. If you wouldn't mind sending me an email at rachel@usplr.com, I will get all this information to you. I do have to take my pup to the vet after this, but I'll get it all to you tonight at the latest. Okay, guys, so now I wanted to, before we go into your member wins for the week, I did want to share our member spotlight this week. And this week's spotlight is Angel Santos. She is a super lady. She's smart and she's savvy and she's just a great business owner all around. Carol asks if I usually put my name on the front. So Carol, if it's my own product, I don't always. So like over at Use PLR, I don't. You certainly can. But one thing that I'll do is, even if my name isn't on the front, I'll make sure that it's on the title page. And I'll make sure that my name as well as the website is, that the website is in the footer. So as you see, typically I don't put my name in there, but you can. You definitely can. It's a personal decision, I guess, that I don't. I think it might also be part habit for me because I create PLR so much. And when you create PLR, your mindset is to make sure that it's easily customizable for somebody else. That's a great question though, Carol. So Carol was asking for those listening to the replay. She was asking if we usually put our names on our eCovers. And you can definitely go either way with that. If you do that, you can obviously do that in Canva before you throw it into the software. This week's member spotlight is Angel Santos, and she runs two wonderful websites. The first is the Christian Entrepreneurship Academy, where she has a free business planner for you guys today. I am throwing that link into the chat box. The second is her growmybrand.org website, and that site is going to show, if you are looking to increase your exposure, that site will help you to do that. And it's very important to note that it is .org and not .com. And I'm going to throw that in the chat box for you guys as well. Sometimes on these calls we talk about outsourcing and ways to start outsourcing and what we need to do. And anytime that a member of our community has a service that's a valuable service to other members of our community, I think it's really great for us to kind of build on that. So like we talk about Charlene Burke all the time, and Patrick O'Neill, and now we have Angel, who is a wonderful marketer and will help you grow your business if you so choose. All right, so let's start with who needs to lurk today. If you want to talk, then I'll get you when I go around. If you want to lurk, please let me know in the chat box. Tina, did you want to talk or lurk today? And you can totally, if you choose to lurk, that's fine. A lot of people do. Yeah, sure. Kim's going to lurk today. Fine. That's perfectly okay, Kim. Hope you're doing well. I did get your email. I'm sorry I haven't replied to it yet. It's been kind of a bonkers week here. Greg, did you want to talk today or did you want to lurk? Carol says she needs to leave. No problem, Carol. I'll talk to you later. I hope you're doing good. All right, Greg. I'm unmuting you now. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Do we have any updates on the Instagram front this week?
Well, no.
That's okay. That's okay. No problem.
No, but there's 2 other little things that have happened.
That's great. Progress. So let me.
I was busy working on these 2 other little projects, and that's how come the Instagram thing didn't get done yet.
No problem. That's really exciting, Greg. What are you doing?
Well, I have one of my journals accepted into a giveaway. It's called the Divinely Connected Biz giveaway. So I have a report that's available in there. And that giveaway just got started, I think it was midweek last week, and it goes for about a month. And then I found out last night that I was accepted into I'm going to mess up the name. Isn't that awful? On email that you're in this also, that started today, the Connected.
Oh, April Lamar's Connected Content Collection.
Yes.
Or Created Content Collection. Yeah. Oh, that's great, Greg. I'll be looking.
Yeah, I submitted something, but I didn't know I was accepted into it until I started seeing my name popping up in emails this morning. I was like, oh, I guess I got accepted.
That's really exciting, Greg. And, that should get you a good deal of opt-ins, too, because we have a lot of, like Justin Popovic, Amy Harrop, Jimmy D. Brown, they're all part of it. I don't know that Jimmy, they're all big PLR names, so they've got good communities going. So yeah, I think that's going to get you a lot of good new subscribers, Greg. So that's really exciting. As far as the Divine giveaway, can you send me that link when you get a chance?
Sure.
You can just email it to me, or you can just reply to one of my emails, however you want to get it to me. Because what I'd really like to do, I am going to be pushing April's giveaway really heavily this week, but I would like to mention it maybe on Friday. Or since it's running a month, maybe do a member spotlight next week for you, and then we can advertise it everywhere on our social media platforms for you. But yeah, if you can get that to me, I'd really like to promote it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Tina says, way to go, Greg. And I second that. That's really exciting.
So, now I have to concentrate on the Instagram thing.
There's a lot of great stuff in that content bundle of April's too that might be able to help with that too. I noticed some marketing things and things like that.
Oh, that's good. I haven't even had a chance to look. It's just been a crazy morning so far, and just haven't had a chance to even look at it. So
no problem. When you get a chance, I think you're going to be really excited. So I'm so excited for you. So yeah, just whenever you get a chance to send me that other link, and it might not go out until Monday, but it will go out. So we'll put it on all our platforms, all our social media. We'll throw it in the email. And if you have a website of your own that you want me to tell everybody about as well, let me know that too.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks so.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Greg. Thank you for the Colorzilla advice, you and Kim both. All right, guys. So this is Rachel Youngson from useplr.com and wholefoodplr.com. If anyone has any last minute questions or anything, please let me know. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and call it a week. If anyone has any topics that they'd like to cover next week, please let me know. You can reach me always at rachel@useplr.com. All right, guys. Have a wonderful week. I hope you guys are productive and meet all your goals for this week, and just kick booty all around.